I manage the global markets marketing, so support all of the business lines and global market initiatives in any of the marketing endeavors that they have. And I am also a member of the Innovation Council, so looking to further innovation within our firm, and the Diversity Leadership Council, and Our Women. So. You know, I'm excited that we're getting a little bit of traction in capital markets. So capital markets is so highly regulated, and it's so difficult to get any buy-in to actually be in the digital space. So I think it's really exciting that we're turning that corner and starting to explore what we can do in the digital space in a very measured and strategic way, but we're working through it. So I think that's pretty exciting. I think there's a fair bit they struggle with. I think that as compared to retail, digital is not as clear when it comes to B2B because you're talking to a business, and who's a business when you're online? But businesses are made up of people, and ultimately we just need to figure out who are the decision makers and who are we looking to talk to, just like any other medium, and figure it out from there. So I think first is about really defining your target audience, and then figuring out what you want to tell them and the best way to do so. So lots of challenges, but lots of opportunities. So I think B2B, it's really important to think about the fact that it's not a numbers game to the extent it is in retail. You're not looking to hit as many people as you can. You're looking to hit the right people. So I think targeting is very important, and strategy and planning is very important. The other thing I would say for B2B is content is really important. So decisions are not being made on an emotional level. I mean, there is an emotional component anytime a person makes a decision, but for the most part, you're in your office mind and you're thinking as a business professional, and so you're making more calculated and logical decisions. And so we need to make sure that when we're marketing to businesses, we're talking at a much more logical and there has to be some logic and strength to what you're saying. So content really does matter. Thought leadership is a big component, and relationship building from a position of intelligence. So I think it's absolutely critical that when you're doing anything that relates to web or social, that you answer that so what, so that you really have actual substantial content to share with your audience, and there's a purpose behind it, and I think people really respond well to that.
I know in talking to a few of the other marketers, it seems that B2C is kind of more focused on almost lifestyle aspects, while B2B is very straightforward. Everyone wants to get straight to the point when it comes to B2B messaging. Would you agree with that in a sense?
In a sense, I think there's less tolerance for the fluff and the amusement, and there's way more, why are you talking to me? What do you want to tell me? I may not have a lot of time in my day for this decision, so get to the point. But at the same time, I would caution B2B marketers to not downplay the importance of creativity. So I think it's really, really effective if you can be witty and clever. That's when people really buy into what you're saying, because not only do you have something to say, but you're saying it in a manner that's engaging. So I don't think we throw out being engaging just because we need to have content, but we need to make sure we have that actual substance to us as well. So I think you need to have a solid plan. I don't think it's about having a Twitter strategy. I think it's about having a social media strategy. And I think you want to think about where your audience is, let that be your North Star, and then have a path to bring them home. So there's no point going out in social and talking if there's nowhere to take them to. So if you're looking to have an end result, that's why I think the website is a really important place to kind of live as your home. And then you use social media to move people there. So you have to have an end goal. So I think a lot of planning is critical, and then having somewhere that's really strong and well represented to point them to, so that because there's not that immediate call to action. The call to action is not going to be go to the store and buy the toothpaste, which you might get in one hit on social media in a retail world. In the B2B world, it has to be a much longer relationship building path. And so you have to really put something out there, establish yourself as an expert, and then lead them somewhere. And usually that somewhere tends to be a website.